Hi, in this video I'm going to be talking to you about what you should be carrying for your trip to Jim Corbett. The seasons make a dramatic difference on what you need to carry. Winters are extremely severe. Should you do a morning safari, you can hit temperatures sub-zero literally with the wind chill factor in. Summers can be extremely warm, so the clothes you carry depends totally on the seasons. Winters, you have to carry thermals, you have to carry layered clothing. You have to carry a wind cheater, a heavy jacket, woolen socks, woolen caps, woolen gloves. Should you be wanting to take photographs, you have to carry thermal gloves which let you use and operate your camera with these. There have been cases where people have come with thick gloves, thick woolen gloves so to say, and have had major difficulties in operating their cameras. Summers, you need to carry cotton shirts, maybe a pair of long trousers, plenty of hats, sunblock cream, mosquito repellents, insect repellents, your regular medication. You have to carry everything which you may think you need, which essentially means nasal sprays, chapsticks, stuff like medicines for colds, coughs, stomach bugs, because remember there are no chemists inside the park, and should you run into any problem, the only help you're going to get is to have to drive out of the park, and the closest medical aid you will get is in Ramnagar, which is a good hour away. Secondly, you cannot operate any vehicle inside the park after 5:30. So in case you have a medical emergency, it is going to be complicated getting yourself out. You will need to go through a series of permissions which will take their own time coming. So you have to plan adequately for that. You need to carry torches, you need to carry pen, paper, diaries, spare batteries, power banks, because you may not always be able to recharge what you have. You need to carry a camera with a good zoom, because a lot of times you will get excellent sightings at some distance away, and you don't want to miss that out, because you take a average camera and animal, a tiger, looks the size of a little fly. You want a good camera with a good zoom, good resolution. You need to carry stuff like edibles. The Dhikala zone has 2 canteens. Some of the other ones have no cooking facilities per se, very basic ones. So you need to carry in food, essentially food, and as far as I know, they do not permit cooking of non-vegetarian food inside the park. So carry tins, carry premixes, carry whatever you need for your stay here. What you should be doing or not doing in the park: you're not, as a good tourist, you do not make a noise. Every time you spot an animal, you are expected to maintain silence, not to disturb the animal, because if you disturb it, the people behind you, someone following in a jeep subsequently, will have a rotten safari simply because you have been irresponsible. You have to ensure you do not trash anything in the park. No garbage whatsoever. It's a complete no-no. No sounds, no garbage, no feeding the animals, no plucking of flowers, no plucking of leaves, no getting down from any of the vehicles unless expressly permitted by your guide and your driver. Every safari jeep will have a trained driver and a trained guide. Both of these people have undertaken long trainings and are well versed with the systems of the forest. Listen to them at all times, because they are the only ones who know exactly what is going on and what you need to do to respect the privacy and ensure that animals do not feel threatened. What more? Well, essentially, you also have to do some very practical and pragmatic things. Indians as such now are used to carrying wheelies, suitcases and trolleys with wheels. Well, inside the park, there are no even surfaces. You cannot wheel anything. So you are better off carrying backpacks and rucksacks and airbags. You need to carry a day pack in which you will pack all your essentials which you may need during a safari, which essentially means water, some lip balm, some face cream, some sanitizers. With COVID being prevalent right now, you'd have to carry a good amount of masks, because you would come into close proximity with people everywhere. Though you will try to maintain a distance of 6 feet, but still, it is better to stay protected. carry a radio if you like. I'm not very sure if the reception will be there. Certain places like Dhikala have some cell service, limited availability. Most of the park rest houses I doubt would have cell services. So whenever you do plan a visit, make sure you have planned adequately, and things tend to take care of themselves in your absence, because you may pretty much be out of contact with the world at large. I think that's about it. Anything more, I'll just quickly think and see if I want to add anything more in